Why did England become a battleground? It all began in 1455, when political tensions between powerful families exploded into war. On one side was Richard, Duke of York, and his supporters, the Yorkists. On the other was King Henry VI and his loyal Lancastrians. Both sides were convinced they were doing what was best for England. The first clash came on the 22nd May 1455 at the First Battle of St. Albans. It was short but fierce. York's forces attacked and defeated the king's men. The Duke of Somerset, a key advisor to King Henry, was killed. After this victory, Richard of York took control, claiming he wanted to protect England from corrupt leaders. But this peace didn't last. Soon England was deeply divided. Powerful nobles chose sides based on family loyalties or the promise of power. Political arguments quickly turned into armed confrontations. The struggle was no longer about debates at court. It was about survival. In December 1460, the conflict took a critical turn at the Battle of Wakefield, where Richard of York was killed. His death changed everything. His young son Edward stepped up, determined to continue the fight. Edward believed he had to claim the crown himself to restore order to the kingdom. Edward faced his toughest challenge in March 1461 at the Battle of Towton. This was the bloodiest battle ever fought on English soil. Imagine heavy snow falling on thousands of soldiers as they clashed. Over 20,000 men lost their lives in the freezing conditions. Edward's victory at Towton was decisive. It made him King Edward IV. But why did nobles choose warfare instead of peaceful solutions? Fighting seemed safer and quicker than relying on weak kings and untrustworthy advisors. Battles clearly showed who was stronger and could rule effectively. Sadly, this decision cost many thousands of lives. The Wars of the Roses were about more than just one weak king. They were the result of a breakdown in trust and a desperate scramble for power. Politics had failed, and so swords became the only answer. England became a battlefield because violence felt like the only solution left. Now, think about these questions. What key event took place at the First Battle of St. Albans? Why was the Battle of Towton such an important moment in English history? Why might nobles have preferred fighting wars to settling issues through peaceful discussion?